If you're trying to go from a bloated, puffy, inflamed, fat mess like this.
Puffy, bloated, fat mess. Is the fat mess and the bloated dude in the room? You look like a regular... You look better than a regular teenager, being clear honest. A regular teenager wouldn't have those arms and delts. So this is where you know the delusion starts to come in.
To an absolute shredder like this. You need to make this change today. Trust me, your body's gonna thank you. Stop being a bloater.
Your body will never thank you if you end up looking like this. It's arguably probably more healthy to be fat than being this weight. Today's video is going to be an interesting one because as someone that probably wouldn't even be into fitness, or to be honest, this channel probably wouldn't even exist if anime, aka Dragon Ball Z specifically, wasn't something that grabbed me as a kid, I wouldn't even be here. So to watch this video go over someone that has basically took Looksmaxxing or trying to live up to an anime character to the nth degree to the point it's insane, it's going to be interesting. Now, for the backstory, it's fairly brief. The person actually is a small creator. Page is called TonyFit9, and a few of his reels started to take off because they basically do represent almost the opposite of true fitness. Like, it's super unhealthy. I would say the specific words begin in something order, but YouTube will flag me. But in reality, I don't even have to say much. As I scroll down and you look at his physique and you look at the stuff he's kind of posting with the titles and things, you can see that this is not normal. And he calls it shredded, and I guess by definition, he is shredded because he's super low body fat. However, he doesn't have much muscle mass, and in honesty, he looks... I'm gonna be blunt in this video. The dude looks disgusting. I don't normally shit on other people's physiques, but this in combination with the mindset that he's preaching in the videos, I think is just disgusting. And most of all, I think once I show you how normal he did look in more detail before he started going on this anime Looksmaxing journey, I would personally say he looked way better before, like muscle mass wise and just general health wise. This guy is going to be a cautionary tale, and I'm going to tell you an example of one later on. I'm not even going to say objectively, I'm going to say this is wrong, it looks disgusting and it's horrible. We need to deter as much people, including him, away from doing this. There's one thing about Looksmaxxing which I do agree with, bettering yourself and trying to, you know, improve your appearance. This is the opposite. Once you look at how he originally looked and you look at this, it's not even a cause for even speculation. The dude definitely looked way better before. Because let's be truly real, how many people do you really think are getting in the gym and they want this as the end result? Like, I don't even know what anime character he's trying to look like, because most anime characters that I grew up on that I truly like do not look anywhere near this skeletal, and it's just damaged. This was the stuff that I was raised on. This is the anime that me, and I'm pretty sure many of you watching back in the day grew up on, watching people like Goku and Vegeta, these sort of physiques that, yes, they are super muscle to the point where realistically, you're not really going to be able to achieve that specific physique without any sort of steroids. However, these animes behind the scenes, the methodology of most of these little shonen are basically work hard for something and build up your body and build up your mindset and work for everything you get. So the mentality behind it is good. However, obviously there's some that's going to forget about the deeper meaning and just watch the physiques and go, I want to get something like that. And even though I would argue that he has gone the opposite way and does not look anything near this, in his head, he believes he does. Like, he has a disorder, no doubt about it. This dude's calling regular people bloat cell. He even calls his previous physique fat, and I'll show you the physique. I've shown you brief snippets. He wasn't fat. He looked like a normal person. If anything, no, he looked better than a normal person because he wasn't just flabby. He had like a bit of muscle on him. This, what we are looking at right now, is not good. The easy way to know that it's not good, when a normal person, especially like a teen, because this dude's not that old, once their jaw starts looking like this, like once their jaw starts getting that super like sucked in, shredded, the back of the jaw, that is when you know your body fat is way too low, especially if you're someone that has no plans to compete on stage. And even that point is still somewhat dangerously unhealthy. But if you're just a normal teenager that just wants to go to the gym or wants to look better in everyday life, and you're trying to maintain a physique that has that level of like shredded in the jaw, it's unhealthy. As soon as I saw it, it brought me back to, I'm pretty sure a lot of you that have been watching YouTube for a long period of time, if you remember Scott Murray, For those of you that don't know, I'll give you like a brief update. Basically, this was Scott Murray. He is someone actually that had a really good channel. You can see him in the thumbnail. Like, he literally did have the actual muscular physique from years upon years of training. He was a fitness coach as well. However, in the later years, bearing in mind he was still young, I think it was like mid-20s, he got obsessed with trying to maintain being super lean. And I do partially believe that was because of the social media angle, because he wanted to obviously always stand out on the internet and look good in the thumbnails like we all do when making videos ideally. Like, the better you look on videos, the more views you're going to get. And even though Scott was very educated on training, nutrition, calories, he couldn't escape the mindset of trying to stay shredded year round. He was so obsessed to the point where he would wake up at like midnight and then go for like a 2-hour walk to keep his steps super high and burn body fat.
So first of all, I want to say, yes, I know I look like complete rubbish, right? When you train every single day for like 2 hours, do a load of steps, get like 4 hours sleep, you have no team to support you, and everything is being done just by you, it takes its toll.
And as you can read there, this obsession with trying to be shredded all the time eventually led to him passing away at the age of 25. And when he passed away, he didn't look like the left, he looked like the right, which is why obviously you can see that his face looks gaunt, like he looks really sucked in. You can see that he lost a ridiculous amount of weight. So instantly, when I see him calling his starting physique a bloat cell, when in reality, this dude does not look fat. Like, he has got muscle on his arms and his delts. He still looks fairly young here as well. And this is the physique that he thinks is terrible. And this is what he truly believes looks better. And you have to ask yourself, what does it take for you to think that this physique looks better than the other one?
My full day of eating to look like an anime character. This might be a bit of a long video. So we got 6 monsters.
So straight away, the first thing he shows us on his full day of eating to look like an anime character is 6 monsters. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I do like monsters, but having 6 in one day is insane. And for those of you wondering why he's doing that, it's because these 0-calorie drinks, and especially caffeinated drinks, they can be a really big appetite suppressant. So he's drinking this many to make his stomach feel more full and to avoid eating meals and food in general. However, having 6 monsters in one day is ridiculous. It's definitely unhealthy to the point where that is too much caffeine, because each can, is it 150 milligrams of caffeine? Realistically, having more than 2 is already bad enough. So to have 6 is insane.
So if you're trying to go from a bloated, puffy, inflamed, fat mess like this.
Puffy, bloated, fat mess. Is the fat mess and the bloated dude in the room? You look like a regular... You look better than a regular teenager, being clear honest. A regular teenager wouldn't have those arms and delts. So this is where you know the delusion starts to come in.
To an absolute shredder like this, you need to make this change today. Next time you go to the supermarket, you need to get the fuck out of this aisle with all this processed shit, and you need to swap it with stuff like this. 0% fat Greek yogurt and berries. Trust me, your body's gonna thank you. Stop being a bloat cell and put...
Your body will never thank you if you end up looking like this. It's arguably probably more healthy to be fat than being this weight. This weight is insane. That level of shreddedness and leanness, especially when you don't have that much muscle, for him to be going to the gym and be shredded and look that skinny and gaunt, he literally went from looking like a teenager that was likely going to have a fairly good physique to someone that has literally become unhealthy and super skinny. Literally, if I was starting from scratch right now, no joke, if I had to lose all my gains in the gym and start from scratch, I would 100% choose the original version of him than the one that he ended up being. And honestly, the more and more you watch, the more you realize this dude is truly insane. You're out here calling yourself fat in the face. This is a normal level of face fat. A fat face, we all know what a fat face looks like. At the end of the day, all we can say is you gotta speak out against his messaging and thought process. This person, chances are, he's not going to listen to anybody. He's gonna do what he wants to do. Fair enough. However, for those watching his content, and hopefully the very minute scenario of people that actually watch his content think, oh my God, dude looks sick now. In the words of Michael Jordan,
stop it. Get some help.
Because he looks horrible. And trust me, this will not help you with girls. It will not help you in life. It won't help you with energy. If anything, it will help shorten the middle one, which is your life, because this is a sickness. And anybody that thinks or preaches to try and do this is an insane person that probably needs help themselves. Ironically, the fitness industry is riddled with many people with various something orders because they just go too far beyond the realm. You don't want to be a cautionary tale like Scott Murray, because he was a very nice dude. He never even preached to even be that shredded. So at least he had the self-awareness to know that what he was doing wasn't good, but he was just compelled that he couldn't stop. This dude is deluding himself to believe that what he's doing is good and that those of you watching should also follow in his footsteps. As you can see, here's the title. When you've had enough of the fat jokes and you look at his physique and you're like, bro is not fat. However, the delusion took hold of him and he truly believes that he went from looking like that to this, and it's a good thing. I hope that I am not off the mark here in saying that I think what he looks like now is a heavy downgrade than what he originally was. And I'm interested to know your thoughts. And please, if you have someone that's anywhere in the realm of him, make sure that they seek help or do as much as you can to try and get them on the right path. It's dangerous, it's unhealthy, and I truly believe he doesn't change his ways. In the next 2 years, if he doesn't up that body fat, I'll be very surprised if he'll still be posting, if you get what I mean. But anyways, if you like the video, please leave it with a thumbs up. And if you enjoy this video and you're brand new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and watch this video right here, because YouTube says you're going to like it. And YouTube's never wrong.